Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single-player playthrough. But first, it is Friday, so hopefully you'll have yourselves a great weekend this weekend. We hopefully do see you here back on Monday. Yes. Alright, so last time we were working, finishing up the quartz crystal factory. We got all of the inputs done, we'll say. We'll look at the outside in a minute. But yeah, we had gotten all the inputs done coming from the factory for export, which we got our quartz crystal export, and then this is being uploaded to a sink, which is right up there. And then same with silica. I don't know which one's silica, which one's quartz. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't matter. We had sunken these into the wall, essentially. Got them all connected, so they're, yeah, this one's quartz crystal, and this one's silica, so pretty cool. I am so glad we came up with that. But yeah, that's what we'd done last time. We had finished up the export, got all the output lines done and whatnot. So, also, I did tell you that I was going to work on the outside of the building in between episodes. I'm not finished with it yet. It is a WIP, a work in progress. But this is what it looks like. I'm actually quite happy with this, with the way this looks. I still got some more outside work to do, but yeah, this is it didn't exactly turn out the way I wanted, but I actually like it this way as well. So we've got the lines on all of the support beams and stuff like that, which look really nice, going all the way around. And then when they hit the corner, they go all the way around this as well. Ooh, need power. Power. Yeah. Freaking hover pack is buggy a lot of the time. Yeah, it goes all the way around, which looks rather nice. I still got some support work down here on this wall to do that I want to finish, but yeah, I think this looks pretty good though for the most part. I think it's mostly done. And I'll actually show you how I did these beams as well. So these beams right here, these are just small concrete pillars. So we get that, right? And of course, these are just... I need that. There we go. These are just label signs, which go along the beam like that. If you want this color, the way this color is... you get very little options when you're trying to paint like this with the customizer. So if you actually look at this, this is the color. So it's 285, 1, and then you need to type 10 in this bottom, which is the brightness, essentially. Because this middle bar is the saturation, this is the brightness. And you need to type 10 into that, and then when you select it, go to paint with it, it ends up like that. And it's the same with black too. If you want to do black, actually no longer have. It's fine. If you want to do black, if you go to paint black, you can see how it kind of just turns it dark gray. What you do is you go over here and you go -1. That's really all you need. -1, and it turns it pure black, like it's been painted over with a paintbrush. Almost all the texture's gone. It's the same with this. Almost all the texture's completely gone. And then for the sign here, it's Control C, Control V, and this is this color right here. You know, 285. You got 8 and then 0.5. It's just so it's dark enough that that it actually looks purple rather than looking white, because light colors do tend to do that. So. And then with an emission strength 3. Layout with text only, but I deleted the text, so... And that's pretty much that. And in order to get these on these angles right here, you just go to architecture, grab yourself a painted beam, or a regular beam. It doesn't really matter, you can use either. And let's say I wanted to put it right along this edge here. I'm going to find... where the wall is, where the corner of the wall is. I'm going to click, or we're going to change this to diagonal mode. I'm just going to pull this right along until it reaches near the other edge. And you can always look at your beam and see if it's the same angle, which it is. And we take our small concrete pillar and you snap it to the end, and then do one. And say I only wanted it here. And then I usually like to delete the painted beam. You don't have to, but I like to do that. And there you go. And obviously you can zoop these or whatever you like. So that's how I did the angles and whatnot. So, yep. And it's pretty much as simple as that. Looks pretty nice though. Like I said, I'm quite happy with this because this build does stand out from my previous builds, obviously. I mean, it was always going to. When I first started building this, I had a vision of the bars of light going down the windows and stuff like that. It doesn't exactly do that with these little 4-meter signs, but there's a reason I use these, and the reason I use the 4-meter signs is because the 4-meter signs have a longer render distance for emission than some of the others. Like some of the other signs, for some reason, they turn off after a while, but the 4-meter signs, they stay up a lot longer, from a lot further away. As you can see here, we go pretty far away. Also, it looks like it. I took a really great screenshot. I'll probably end up using. I don't know if I'll use that screenshot, but I took a really great screenshot of the sun was like roughly in this area, and with this super heavy cloud over and the really heavy fog and kind of just the way the lighting was working made it look like it was going to rain. I was just like, oh, that's nice. I like that. Probably won't use it, but we'll see. Okay, so a couple of plans are going to change today. Not necessarily for today's work, but are going to change for today, though. Or are going to change. Also, I probably have a hard drive ready to go. Yeah, let's just heat it. Well, I didn't mean to rescan, but whatever. Turbo electric motor it is. Trying to unlock all the recipes that I have available. Since I have all the hard drives on the map, we'll be able to get most of them. Yeah, so one of the plans is going to change, or the plan that's going to change for the swamp biome. We're going to swap this over from making stators, rotors, and motors to making frames, heavy modular frames, and eventually encased frames, and then the pressure conversion cube. There's a very specific reason I'm doing this, though, is because it's 4 factories rather than 3, and having those 4 factories in this swamp area would be pretty nice. So, yeah, because we definitely need frames, we need heavy modular frames at the moment, and eventually we're going to need the we'll still be able to do the fused modular frames as well. But yeah, we'll be doing fused modular frames and then the pressure conversion cube. That's the 4 factories that kind of all tied together. So having those all in one biome would be pretty freaking nice. So I don't know where I'm going to do that. And I still haven't picked out a good spot for the rod factory yet. I'm thinking up here in the northern forest. The northern forest over there, you know, where the plate factory is. There should be a spot somewhere we can put a rod factory, a quick rod factory. We could turn it into another. I'm thinking a design for a rod factory, probably just a long greenhouse, is a pretty good idea. You know, just something simple. Yeah, because we got this line going this way. But there's no real places for any factories on this one because there's not really any room. Over here. Ooh. And then the fog clears. The whole map is foggy. Oh yeah, they're bringing weather back in 1.1, aren't they? I would really love the weather back. I do miss the rain. The rain was actually pretty good. It wasn't working the way they were having it, so. I think that's why they took it off, because it wasn't working correctly. But I was thinking, yeah, somewhere out here in this forest, is going to be a decent rod factory. We could do it there, right over the top of that limestone node. Yeah, that limestone node isn't really useful. Yeah, and we already have a kind of a T crossing here. We could turn this into a four-way, which wouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Yeah, you could definitely make that happen. And then just have the rod factory come along here. Oh my gosh, you can see the you can see the quartz crystal factory from here as well. That's nice. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Nice rod factory. And then next week we'll get started on the rail lines for the rest of it. So yeah, this is not a bad spot for a little rod factory over here, just kind of in this area. Because I don't know how big our rod factory is going to be. Let me run my numbers real quick, and then let's see if this is a good spot, or if I need a bigger area for rods. And of course, that might change because I might go for an alternate or something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so following the original design, or the original recipe, not original design, the original recipes, iron rods we're going to need 1,000 of those per minute, roughly. It's like 900 and some, so we're going to go with 1,000, because if we actually look at it, it's 1,000 iron ore to 1,000 iron ingots to 1,000 iron rods. So very, very nice. Looks like we're going to be pulling from another iron ore node. Oh no, wait, is this an export or an import? I think this is an export, isn't it? I actually don't remember how many iron plates we're making here. But I probably should find out, to be honest. Yeah, this is an export, but I don't remember how much iron ore I'm needing. And I don't want to put a hole in the factory. Hello, iron plate factory. How we doing? We're doing 40 per minute. Oh yeah, I just put I put overclockers on all these. 40 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50, because there's 2 floors of that. So 40 times 50. That's 2,000 iron plate per minute. Where's roughly the middle of the factory? Roughly here-ish. So right on top of me. What's happened? I don't know why you did that. Alright, so our large icon. Select icon. Honestly, the gray is fine. Iron plate factory. 2,000 per minute. Apply. Okay, perfect. Yeah, how much... So basically what I need to find out, though, is how much iron ore I am using. And how much is actually here. Because I know we're not importing any. Because I don't think. Let's go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. Oh, I went too high. This is the roof. I needed 1 floor down. My key key knowing should have been the windows stopped. Okay. These ones are producing 60 per minute. Alright, so doing 30 times 25, I would imagine. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, it's 10 by 5, so it's 50. Alright, so 50 times 30. So I'm using 1,500 iron ore. And how much iron ore is here? Oops. So I've got 600 plus 600. I think these are all pure, actually. 600 plus 600. That's 1,200. Plus, so that's 2,400. Plus 2 more pure, so that's, or plus, so it'd be 3,600. So there's 3,600 iron ore here. So yeah, we could definitely pull from this train station. Pull 1,000 out. And that's still plenty more for expansion on this factory, because eventually, I'd imagine eventually this factory is going to need to be upped. We're going to need to actually put power shards in all the machines, so I'd imagine that we're going to end up using a lot more of that ore here soon. Sorry, the freaking... Yeah, so we could definitely pull from here. That iron ore there. That's either that or we can pull from the other one. And then this one can go towards the steel, because the steel needs a lot more than that, if I remember correctly. I didn't realize, I thought these were all... Actually, this is going to be much higher. You know why this is going to be much higher? Because these are all Mark II miners. Alright, you know what? Since I'm here. Production. This is going to cost me a lot of tickets. Because we don't have the stuff for it yet, but... Alrighty, finally got that fixed. Now we're pulling in much more, because the reason that I didn't have it like that before is because we were only pulling 600 per node. And some of those we had to split and merge and stuff like that. But now, the way I've got it set up, these are the two lines that actually serve the factory. These two here, these two miners here, these are fully overclocked as well. Just making sure, yep, they're fully overclocked. So they go down to this line here, just like they were originally, but here they do a smart splitter. And this smart splitter pushes to the right, pushes up to the actual factory. So these two lifts here actually go up to the factory, and then these are overflow, which head over to the train station and do those two inputs there. These other two, they come up underneath, or up on top of these two belts. These are two, like, iron plate lines, but I didn't see the need to change it, to be honest, and just have a little bit of clearance there. But yeah, they come in from those two mines, and they go this way. Whoops. And they go directly in, and then the same with this one, or sorry, the same with these two over here. These two iron nodes go through here, and then go up to there and there. So now we've got 6 lines coming in of 780, because I don't have any faster belts right now. The faster belts obviously will be in phase 5. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These two belt lines, these are from the actual factory. But the way this one loads is front to back. Since it loads front to back, it then just does the top belt all the way this way, and each one of these gets its own loader essentially. So it doesn't really matter that they're connected, but we're going to connect them anyway. All right. Well, I suppose it's about time we get started. Yeah, this would be a good place for an iron plate factory, because it's pretty close to our iron rod factory. It's pretty close to our iron plate factory, pretty close to getting iron, so it's not going to be an issue. And we'll produce 1,000 rods per minute here as well. And we only need 2 train stations, one for the... and we'll put them side by side because we're nice. We got nice and wide space right here. So put them side by side, and then one for the iron ore coming in and one for the iron rods going out. We could use... You know what? We haven't really used the Fix-It Foundation at all, hardly. Let's use the Fix-It Foundation for this. I am going to measure it off of this grid here. Is that the right height? Just want to make sure it's perfect. Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, we'll measure it off of this grid here. We'll probably have to hang it off the cliff a little bit, if I had to guess, and I am not going to care about this limestone node here. This one limestone node. It's a normal node anyway. Not really worth my time. If it was a pure node, I'd be like, okay, we might build around it, but... Alright, looks like that's as far as we're going to be able to go. And the reason I'm using 4-meter foundations is because I'm just going to stick it in the ground. Looks like I'm going to be able to push the train station back a bit. Okay. We're not quite wide enough yet. Alrighty. So, went ahead and got this all done. I decided to go with the coated concrete foundation, which actually doesn't look too bad as well. So it's kind of look what I was going for anyway, kind of the gray. I was going to paint everything kind of grayish, but then I was like, you know what? I haven't really used coated concrete anywhere, you know, and if I have, it's been very little small spots. So decided, you know what, coated concrete it is, and we'll do an iron rod factory with coated concrete floors. Very shiny. But then, yeah, I expanded it out roughly 8 foundations this way, not including the one the train station's kind of sitting on. And I was like, well, I'm not going to have coated concrete going all the way down to the grass. So I went ahead and used the regular Fix-It foundations. You could do this with steel foundations as well. You get the exact same look, but I was like, yeah, if we did like this, just kind of, you know, help, you know, not have the same thing. I didn't go all the way down because I didn't see a need to. I figured right there's just fine. Yeah, that way it's all rooted and stuff. Looks pretty good. Plus we get a nice view, you know. Got a nice view of the, got the quartz crystal factory, the quick wire factory, you've got the wire and the cable towers, you've got the heavy, the reinforced plate factory right there, and then you've got the mall right there. You can just about spot the modular engine factory over there. Oh, and there's the screws, the big blue box, the big blue box, big blue box. Say that 3 times fast. Of screws. Okay, so yeah, we need iron ore coming in. Oh, this one actually got painted. That's fine. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Alright, let's get a train bringing that iron ore to me. And we want iron mine 3. 2, 4, 5. The one thing I did want to search for on the map is iron. Not iron. 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 Iron ore train 1. We only have 1. Okay. Oops. Alright, so iron ore train 2. Edit timetable. Iron mine 3. And then iron rod factory import. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. Get going. That train's gonna have a very short journey because it just has to go down there. Literally 500 meters away. I could have done it with a couple of belts, but you know, we might be expanding the iron rod factory in the future to where we need so much iron that that we need a train to bring it to us. So yeah, it's just going to pull over there. I think those are set to... Actually, don't think these are not set to unload either. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. There we go. Sing it. Yeah, that train is getting loaded. Okay, cool. Now that way we'll have iron ore ready to go. So we're going to need to smelt the iron, and you know, with our smelters, and then we're going to need that. So yeah. Oh, I forgot the signs. Whoops. Hold on. Let me get that done real quick. I completely forgot about the signs here. So let's get that done. Alrighty then, and there's our final numbers. There's a reason that I upped it slightly. Is because this machine puts out 30 per minute, so 30 iron ore to 30 iron ingots, because we're just going with the standard iron rod recipe. I'm not going to do aluminum rods or the steel rods, because I haven't really calculated for any of those. Even though those, yes, do produce more, it's the same process. You need to have something bringing in ingots, or you need to smelt your ingots. And then you go into a constructor to make rods. There is no other machines. Rods only are made in the constructor. But yeah, so we bring in our 30 iron rods per minute here, and we produce 30 iron ingots. Then we produce our 30 iron rods. I think that's a pretty good thing to be going off of. And I think I might switch this train over to taking from the other iron mine, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous how often this train passes by this intersection. I'm just like, no, it's like clogging up all the other train lines. All right, but yeah, that's a pretty good rate, pretty good going rate for that. And then we'll swap the steel factory over to this mine, unless it doesn't need it, but. Yeah. So we're doing 30 per minute per machine on both of these. One smelter to one constructor. That makes things nice and easy. We don't have to do any special like belting or anything like that. We can just go straight 1 to 1. Yeah. So the problem with that is, well, what's 780? 780 times 2, that's 1560. We're doing 1200. Yeah, okay. So what we could do is we could do a line of 20 constructors and another line of 20 constructors aiming at each other for our rod factory. If 20 constructors will fit here. That'll be the big thing. We might have to expand out, but I think maybe here and here would be pretty good. So you get space, and then you have the smelters here. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Unless we stacked. If we stacked, that would not be too bad. And if I could pull this back, that'd be also awesome. But if we stacked the smelters on top of the constructors... Ooh, that's not a bad idea, actually. And we could blueprint it. Oh god, here we go. The blueprints. Gonna lag this part of the map out too. Yeah, let's blueprint that sucker. Okay, let me build a blueprint real quick, and I think we could actually add some details to it too, and make it look pretty nice. And after a few hours of working on the blueprint, and then having to completely rebuild this foundation, because we had the same issue we had over at the quartz crystal factory with the quartz crystal input. We were going to have the train station. The lines weren't lining up. I made a mistake when I pulled the grid off of this. Remember when I pulled the grid off of this corner? I made a huge mistake in doing that, because then all of the blueprints, all of the machines, and all of the train stations were off by about a degree as far as rotation, and nothing wanted to line up, so that's okay. But I did manage to finish the blueprint for the iron rods. We got iron rods. This one is just the original, is what the blueprint looks like for the original. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have to do it slightly differently, so then this is the full-sized blueprint, essentially. So what and I didn't even notice until I started putting down these blueprints. So I had to re-record this entire section of video. I had to delete it because I was just like, oh man, I gotta fix that. But the trouble we were having was the catwalks weren't lining up, but they were off by the tiniest little amount of rotation. You could definitely see it in the blueprint. Now, luckily, this blueprint is perfect now. So now we can go ahead and place it down, and we're probably going to get a rod factory up and going today. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, if we put this here, see, where's the middle? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that's right. So this has to be on a full foundation, because this one is. So let's go ahead and put down this blueprint. And I got plenty of steel in my inventory from having to pick these back up, because these blueprints they cost 564 steel. So basically the way this blueprint works is all the iron ore comes in the top, goes in here into the 30 per minute like we discussed already, goes down below into the constructor and gets 30 iron ingots into 30 iron rods, and those iron rods then go up to the ceiling and get merged. So the power is going to be provided to both the machine and these ceiling lights as well, so we're going to have plenty of power. And I like this this rotation of frame pillars. I thought that looked pretty neat when I was coming up with that. So, and then we've got lights in the ceiling up here. Of course, these ones had to be way taller because of the smoke of the factory. So this factory is going to be temporarily outside. It's going to have a structure around it, but it's not going to be quite that. So now, if we take this blueprint, like I said, this is going to take a lot of stuff. But we could put these two blueprints together just like this, and they're gonna perfectly line up. Before, there was an ever so slight rotation, and as you can see, the blueprint is perfectly in line, like it should be. That was almost a disaster. Almost a disaster area. Oh, one of the other things I forgot I was gonna do is I was going to paint all of these. See, I did the concrete and the traffic yellow, and the reason I did that is just because of the way these are placed. So. Oh, this should fit.
I was just thinking of, oh crap, yeah, this the side of this isn't going to be. I mean, I guess I could paint all of the. The problem with doing that is you still end up with glitching just because they're not quite the same. But if they're the exact color, then they're fine. I guess the only other thing I could do is just not paint this very outer edge one. But then we could paint the inner portion. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have to expand this out one. Didn't exactly want to do that, but I think that's what we're going to have to do. Oh wait, no. We don't have to do that. What am I talking about? We should still paint this, though. Paint this one. Specifically. No! Ah. Don't do that. You're gonna ruin my blueprint. I have to replace that. That's okay, though. But yeah, we're gonna have to paint all of this. Construction, concrete structure. Alright, then we've got to do... And the reason we got that yellow on there is so we can do this. This video might be longer than normal, but it's a Friday, so, you know, you guys got time, right? Is this the right rotation? It is not. There's the right rotation. Okay, gotta have the same rotation. Could you imagine if you could apply that to a machine? Actually, be kind of cool, I think. There we go. Yeah, doing this with a blueprint just makes everything so much faster. Two. Okay, same with this one. Two. Ah. So we might have to expand out. That's fine though. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9 at 10. Damn. I really don't want to get any closer to this factory. Or to this train station. I mean, it's not too bad. I suppose we can always zip this over. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We just do... How do we get this? Gotta get rid of all this. Yeah, I don't want to double up on the walls, so. just a platform. Okay, so then that fixes that. For the most part. It'd be nice if I could have it go just a little bit further. Yeah, see how this one's like that way? I guess if I move the whole blueprint set over, I can take our blueprint set and we go, yeah, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And that puts it there, because we can always expand this way, and it won't be, you know, a huge problem for us. I have to delete only a couple at a time. I don't want to crash my game. Wait for that other one to build. Does work though. It sits perfectly. Two, three, four. Oh, 2, sorry. Just, I think it's because of the lights. Oh. Not quite correct. Hey, that's much better. I mean, we'll have to rebuild this again, but that does fix this whole issue of having to touch the rail line. That's better. Much, much better. It is going to be slightly off, but I think we could deal with that. Well, it's going to be slightly off in the fact that this is only going to take a half foundation to fix this side. So, but it does have to line up. Ooh, that's going to look nice. Should we hook it up to power? At least temporarily. Throw that. Get rid of that one. There we go. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, some of these aren't. Oh, you know why? It's because I got a connector between. That's fine, though. Yeah, we'll have to expand this out. But I think it'll look pretty good if we get the whole other side done. Get this all connected. Okay, well, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. Good news first. Factory looks great. It looks amazing when you got both of these blueprints here. Obviously, we'll have to, you know, fix this on the end. But yeah, factory looks amazing. Looks really good, especially when walking down this, you know, walking down the aisles between all the different constructors and stuff. We don't have all the belts in place, but that's okay. You know, looks pretty damn good. I'm actually pretty happy with this build. And I'm surprised we were able to build it so quickly as well, especially with the blueprint going on. It made it look really nice. Very good. Also, the end cap looks weird, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about it? If it was finished, maybe it'd look better. I mean, we could always finish it. It's actually not that hard to finish the end cap here. Yeah, I think I might end up finishing this at some point. Just for the end cap, just to finish it and make it look really good. Yeah, just basically copy this over here. But yeah, looks really good like that. I do think that could be a really good way to end cap this and kind of make everything overlap and whatnot. So that's all the good news. Bad news. Bad news, I only have 20 machines here. I've got 10 per side. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 20. So I've only got 20 machines here. If you guys remember, I think I needed 40 machines, didn't I? If we go look at our signs. I needed 40 machines, so that's the bad news. Yeah, I needed 40 machines. The other part of the bad news, where am I going to fit it? The blueprint looks amazing, but we don't have enough room to be able to make another 2 sets. We definitely don't have enough room for that, I don't think. 5, 6, 7, 8. If we were to carry this, yeah, if we wanted that to fit there, we'd have to bring it, how many? So 6. There's 7. Okay, carry another one. Yeah, the factory itself would have to start here, which is quite a fair ways over. It'd be completely covering this entire area. So we'd have to move it over 1, 2, 3, 4 foundations. Yeah, and the alternate is not any better. The alternative way is to take our foundation here, which is 16. So 16, so we go 15 this way. That might be the better way because of this rock. So 10 and then 5. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of room. So we'd have to move this whole blueprint, unfortunately, forward a bit. And wait, what did I do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure I counted this right. Use the F key to count for us. So that's 15. There's 16. Okay, so there's our 16 foundations right there. That's how far it'd have to go if I wanted this to continue down that way. And so it'd have to hang off the cliff by quite a bit. By a hell of a lot would have to hang off that cliff. So either way is not good. I think the side by side, or putting another on the side would probably be the best way of doing it. That would definitely be the best way. But the other problem, I'd have to make a new blueprint as well because we'd have to get rid of this whole wall. So basically we'd have to do what we've done here in the middle. Just to get that. And again, we'd have to move it, 4 foundations forward as well. So it would actually, that wouldn't be a good idea because of this big rock here. Well, no, it would be pretty bad. The only other way is to completely relocate the rail line. I'd have to move the rail line over quite a bit. Like this we'd have to straighten this out. Actually, it wouldn't be that hard of a fix, actually. we'd have to completely like skewer this. Yeah, I think moving over the rail line would probably be better than trying to deal with that rock, that immovable rock. I'd have to scooch this back at least a couple of foundations. Or not scooch this back, but I'd end up running into this rock with that being that far forward. So yeah, a lot of work next week. Looks like the rod factory is not going to be as done as we thought it would be. Oh well. That's how it goes sometimes, but this is a pretty good spot for the rod factory, which is why I chose it. So anyway, we'll leave that for next time. We'll have to give that a fix, unfortunately. But we'll do that all next time. So anyway, I do think, like I said, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time we'll finish out the rod factory. We'll have to relocate that train line and then hopefully get to our next set of big projects, which is, building out in the swamp biome. But for now, though, that is going to be it. So, yeah, hopefully y'all have yourselves a great weekend. I hope to see you back here on Monday. And also do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.